What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Bluel, music producer and DJ. And I'd just like to say, guys, if you like what you see on the channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Alright, so today I'm going to show you guys a song that I did called Ngicela Ningibambe. I did it with a guy called Sinamile. I met him literally online. I was scrolling on Instagram and I bumped into a page called The Warehouse_official, and that page is like full of up-and-coming artists, vocalists, performers, you know. And there's one particular guy who caught my attention. His name is Sinamile, and we did a song called Ngicela Ningibambe. So I'm gonna play it for you guys, and if you want to hear the full version of the song, just check the link in my description. It will take you to my Spotify page. The full song is there. So let me just play the song for you guys so you guys can hear what we did, and then I'll deconstruct it and show you guys how we actually made the song.
Mingabe nokagula cela ningiphathi milela juluka ngicela nilifake kena madubula sokumasa hamba nenkwezela imfana ungasazi mile ngulokishi ngicela ungangihlasi ngisamasokisi ngicela ungangijantsi baleka khuseka ngicela ungasangi olaboguluva phela sinsazi ayitini emoyeni ngicathuke emlazi anginibani nonke ngifike ngoswazi hamba nohambayo ngicela ungangijaha jakhale sesalile athi unebha nimbone santukile yona lefa suhliphiza kwasana ututula ibhanje
Okay, guys, so that's how the song sounds like. Like I said, if you want the full version, just check out the link in my description below. Anyways, so let me just break down the beat. Let me open the file for the beat first, and then we'll get to the vocal after. Just open this real quick. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna take you guys on a run through of basically what I did on the song, just so you can see maybe there's something you can learn. Yeah, so this is just like a breakdown of how the song came about and what we did. Okay, so here's the file with the beat. As you can see, the first channel is just a kick. Oh, why is this laptop doing this? Alright, there we go. Okay, so on that kick, I've rolled off some of the low frequencies, as you can check there. Not too much, because the kick is like a very deep sound, so you don't want to roll off too much. And then that channel's off, that channel's off. And then here I've got my percussions here. And then here I've sliced up pretty much like it's a loop of another song. It was Infinity Music Hey, and I've taken some of the percussion sounds here. And I use this because I like that little snare, how it sounds like. And then I've got like a little triangle there, basically. And then everything is on channel 3. I've put in some reverb, you know, on some of the instruments, basically. And then there's a Camel Crusher. Camel Crusher is just to add like saturation and volume, you know, it's a bit warm. It makes the sounds a bit warm. I don't know how to explain it properly, but that's basically what I use it for. And then here, I've rolled off some of the low frequencies as well for the percussions, just so they don't play too deep. And then here's just a shaker loop. I've rolled off some of the lows there, just to make sure that you don't get low frequencies there. And then this is a loop called, this is a loop from Mizo. Mizo is one of the guys on YouTube that's also making like tutorials about how to make Amapiano and what. Shout out to him. So I took one of his loops and then I cut it up and made it into what you can see right now. And then here is just a string for the intro. And then everything that I have shown you guys so far sounds like this. So that's percussion and the intro string, and then we have a bass line here. So that bass line comes from Morphine, and here's the name of the sound here. That's the name of the sound. And then, what did I add on here? Okay, I see this Camel Crusher here, but it's off. It's not on, it's off. So I didn't really use this Camel Crusher. Alright. And then as we go along, there's the sound that comes after the bass. So that's a sound that comes from Purity. And here's the name of the sound, Breath VEP. And then it's on channel 22. Okay, so I've rolled off some of the lows again because I didn't want it to have like bass or anything like that. And then let's see what's going on here. Then there's a rim shot here. So a rim is basically just like a snare, you know. I put it on channel 17. Let me see what I added there. Okay, so I didn't add anything on that rim shot. And then I have a tambourine here. And then here I have a little tambourine loop. So it's basically like a tambourine mixed with a shaker, and it's a loop that I got from one of the packs. So let's move on to the next channel. Okay, here's the same loop basically. I just doubled it because probably I wanted it to be louder when it got here, you know. And then here we have vocal chops. Okay, so on those vocal chops, I didn't add any effects. And then here we have an effect. It's an effect just to introduce new elements in the song. So you can hear how nicely that effect works. And then here I have my lock drums. I have my lock drums there. Channel 8, 9, 42 and 42. Okay, let's see. So on the log drum, I've added nothing, but I've like moved it all the way up. Because log drum sounds sharp, really. So sounds we move it or okay, yeah, so that's 2 log drums there that I put on top of each other. I think all of them have different tones, so you must just find your own combination of log drums that you feel like work together. But if you can check there, I turned them all the way up on the mixer. Can you check? They can't even move up anymore. They're on the maximum. And then on that channel, there's also an E flute. That's like a sub bass just underneath the log drums to support it, to make them sound stronger. So that's channel 42. I have no effects on that bass line. And then this is another log drum here as well. Alright. And then here we have a snare. We have a snare, channel 19. I've rolled over some of the lows on the snare as well, just so they don't interfere with the bass. So here's the snares alone with the beat. Yes, and then I've got hi-hats. Okay, I've got hi-hats there, and then I've got some more effects. So that effect on channel 34, I haven't added any effects on it. It's got like a reverb, but it came like that. I don't know if you can hear it. So it's not a reverb that I added, it came like that. And then what do we have here? Okay, that's a vocal chop. That's a vocal chop. Channel 15, I've added a delay on it. Just so it can have that nice echo sound, you know. And this is how it sounds like. So that's basically how it sounds like. And here's another effect here. On channel 35. And then we have this lead from Nexus. Here's the name of the sound. It's under dance leads, and here's the name of the sound. LD squared Terra. Alright, and then that's on channel 36. I've added no effects, but I think Nexus has its own effects already built in. You can check there's a delay, there's a reverb. So I didn't add any of my own effects. I just used the sound the way it is. And then there's a whistle here. And then there's another lead sound. Straight from Nexus. It's the same sound actually. I just used it further on in the song. And then there's one sound that's missing here. Okay, so this sound is the one that I feel like carries the song, and it comes from Expand. And here's the name of the sound, Brit Wave 2. So on that sound, I've added reverb and I've EQ'd it and taken out some of the low frequencies, which is bass, because I didn't want those coming through on the song and interfering with the actual bass. Yeah, well. And yeah, pretty much that's how I made this song. That's how I made the beat. And let me just play it a little bit just so you guys can hear. Okay, actually there's one more bass line here, which is this one. So this is this instrument. I think it's either called Hammer or Harmless or one of those. And then here's the name of the sound, Bit Wobbly AG. And then I have a sub bass underneath it as well, just to support it, you know. If I take away the sub bass, you can hear the difference. With the sub bass. Yeah, And then that's pretty much what's going on the beat. Let me open up the vocal file for you guys quickly. Just so you guys can see my vocal chain. So I pretty much use the same vocal chain all the time. It's something that I got from one of the other YouTube guys. He's also got a tutorial channel. His name is DJ Odyssey. So I pretty much got this vocal chain from him, and that's what I use. Okay, let me open up the vocal chain so you guys can see how it looks like. Okay, so I've got auto-tune just to sort out the key of the song. And if you guys want a whole tutorial on just vocals alone, I can do that. For this one, I'm just showing you how the chain looks like. But you can comment in the, you can leave a comment just so I know if you guys want a tutorial on just vocals. So I've got auto-tune, I've got a vocal rider, which is a bit like a compressor, but it doesn't compress the sound, it just controls the volume. And then I've got an actual compressor here from RVox Waves. And then I've got SSL. So this SSL, there's two sections going on here basically. This is EQ, and then on this side it's compression. So on this side you can see I've boosted some of the, okay, so basically this EQ is divided into high frequency, high mid frequency, low mid frequency, and low frequency. So I've boosted on the high, I've boosted on the high mid a little bit, and then low mid I've left it the same, and lows I've left it the same, because on vocals you don't want to be boosting bass. And then I've used a little bit of compression. You can check the ratios on like 1.7, the release is on 2, the threshold is on -6.7, and yeah. And then I've got a de-esser just for sibilance, all the S sounds, that's. And then I've got an EQ. And then I've got another EQ, and this is what brings out the brightness in the voice. I like using this REQ6 just to make the voice brighter. And then there's another EQ, but it's off basically. And that's how my vocal chain looks like. And then out of that, I've got a reverb and a delay, because I don't like to put them on this channel because it's going to mess up the whole vocal. So on this channel here, I've got a straight signal without reverb and delay. And then on this channel, it's a signal with a reverb, and then on this other channel it's a signal with a delay. So basically the reverb, I use stock Fruity Loops reverb, and then delay also I like the Fruity Delay 3. I think it works very nicely for vocals. And yeah, basically if you want to listen to the full song, like I said again, go on my Spotify. There I left a link in the description for the song. It's called Ngicela Ningbambe by Bluel and Konkesinamile. And yeah, the song is doing fairly well. It's under my EP called the Genesis EP, guys. Go and stream that song and listen to it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments and everything. And you guys can make suggestions about what you want to see next on this on my channel basically. And thanks for tuning in. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Sharp sharp.